Shit. No, you guys, I'm still.
She was in denial. Now you're live again.
Wait, I'm live again.
She was in denial when I first called, and she was like, "No, I'm live." I'm like, "Girl, you're not live."
Okay. There's a lot happening right now. Will is walking in the background of the stream. My stream just went down. When I said I didn't have anything planned, I didn't mean to end. Like, I wasn't ending the stream. When I said I have nothing planned, I didn't end the stream because I had nothing planned. Will wants to show off his big stick.
No, I was just crossing. Just looking for a good place to put it.
You were just crossing. I'm on the phone with Austin.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh
hey,
my God. Let me see this.
Austin.
Yeah.
Here,
you hear me?
You want that? Yeah, he can
I
hear
can
me.
How
hear
does
you.
it feel that I'm more of a gay icon than you are?
Wait, what happened? How did this get determined?
Don't even know. It's because he was like making out with BB No Money today in their cosplay.
Oh my God. Oh God. Well,
I know.
You let me know when you well, you know what? Will is much more queer coded than I am. It's not even close.
He honestly is. He's also wearing eyeliner still, so I think he's really feeling himself.
He really is more queer coded than I am. It's not even close. Like he was, what was that when he walked into we were at TwitchCon San Diego and Will was wearing was it YSL?
Wait, what was he wearing? Sorry, he's yelling about being a flower.
A YSL 1 of 1.
He was wearing a YSL 1 of 1.
1 of 1, like Corella DeVille, like jacket with like shoulder pads. He was wearing high heels, some black pair of pants. I don't know what it was, and a white tank top, just like dripped out. Yeah. And like I was holding hands with a guy behind the group, and Will like got like we passed some straight guys, and they're like, "You think that guy's gay?" Like totally missed that I was holding hands with another guy. Will still outgayed me even in that moment.
Yeah, he's so annoying like that, huh?
Yeah, literally taking my spotlight. I can't even be out and proud.
No, I know.
But I am so fucking excited for Japan. I have been negotiating and wheeling and dealing with that hotel. They already know who I am.
What do you mean wheeling and dealing?
I've been trying to get an upgrade. I'm negotiating with them right now, because I'm like, look, because like I want a suite, I really do, and I'm trying to get a free upgrade, but I'm just not sure it's going to happen. So I've gone to phase 2, which is let's negotiate the price.
Okay.
Of the room.
Okay.
So yeah, so right now I'm in that phase where I'm working with the travel agent to try to negotiate the price. Right.
So how do we think this is it's going? Like, am I going to want to be in your room?
Yeah, potentially. Well, see, we're staying at different places.
Oh, Austin, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Why are you not staying at the hotel that we're all at?
Because I really
It is a nice hotel.
Yeah, but the one I'm staying at is nicer, in my opinion.
You are so extra.
No, it's just like we all like what we like. Japan is it's a spiritual experience.
You guys,
for me.
I am not going to tell you the names of these places because not because I'm worried about me, but we're gonna be in the same hotel with Hassan, and so I do not want to reveal this hotel name.
Hold on, I'm not inconveniencing anybody, right?
Yeah,
I am. And I'm doing this for the podcast.
No. You're not inconveniencing anybody. I'm just saying.
Why do people think everybody watches the podcast? Fuck Palace, y'all. It could be
Dump Truck Supreme. Thank you for the 5 months.
I'm just fucking having orgies, and I just don't understand. It's not about that. It's a very special trip.
Wait, so were you talking about this on the podcast where they were like, why are you staying at this hotel?
They give me shit, right? Because, so we were originally supposed to stay at a hotel in a different part of town. I was totally game to stay at this hotel, but I talked to Marsh, and I didn't even convince him. He just kind of on his own was like, you know what? That's a better part of town. Let's stay there. So he moves everybody to the hotel that you guys are now staying in. And I was like, wait, now that hotel is 5 minutes from the hotel I really wanted to stay in. So I wrestled with it. couldn't sleep. I was trying to decide between the two hotels. And when I woke up, I was at peace because I was like, you know what? This is the hotel I want to stay at. And I chose it. And I mean, I don't know. I look, some people call me a diva. I just like a certain thing. I think it's normal when you go on a big trip to investigate and do research and try to figure out the best place that you want to stay at, right? Is that normal?
Yeah, no, look. Diva behavior it's not a negative thing, okay? Embrace it. Embrace it. You want to have the best, baby.
I do. Well, look, the hotel is the same, for the record, it's the same caliber as the hotel you're staying at. It's the same, like they're both 5-star hotels.
So why are we staying in the same hotel?
Well, because I just like I like the design of the other one a little bit. It's just more my taste. It's more classic.
All right.
Right.
Wait, when are you flying?
I am flying. I leave like a day after you.
Okay.
So, y'all. Actually, I can get points at both, but I just decided between. I just decided this one was better. So yeah.
He's, you know what? There's a lot that's going to be going on at that hotel. So
no, come on. I mean, look, it's not a fuck palace. Everybody wants it to be.
Fuck palace. Fuck palace is crazy. Fuck palace is crazy.
You look, and I'm not saying you're sex shaming me, but look, look, I'm not going to make it into a fuck palace.
Hogan, thank you for the gift.
But if I did, it would be perfectly okay.
Oh, yeah. No, look, it's you gotta do what you gotta do, especially with the Trump administration 2.0.
Yeah.
You know,
can I tell you something
coming
funny?
in today? Yeah.
So this is crazy, and I'm going to tell this on the podcast, but this is a Caroline Kwan exclusive.
Okay.
So I realized today my healthcare coverage lapsed.
Oh,
okay.
Do you pay? Do you have it through like organs?
Yeah, the healthcare exchange. Okay.
Yeah.
So I realized today, oh my God, it lapsed. I forgot to enroll because last year it just auto renewed, and I just was like, okay, and so I thought it would do that again this year. So I'm like, oh my God, I don't have health insurance. So I special enrolled today, and I was able to get it, and I have insurance, but it's like, of course, America, it doesn't start right away. It starts on February 1st, probably because like they give less of a fuck about your health and more so.
They're like, hopefully you die in between now and when your health insurance goes into effect.
Yeah, no, they're like, we cannot start your insurance in the middle of a calendar month, in the middle of Q1. You know, it's like they can't do that. So, but here's the deal. I leave for Japan in like a day. So my insurance doesn't start until like February 1st. Here's the funniest thing. I am like, oh, I'll be fine. Well, I mean, fingers crossed. Knock, knock. That like I need to survive like one more day, and I'm actually safer in Japan than I am in the United States when I go, like, as far as my healthcare is concerned. So being in Japan for like 7 days while I don't have coverage in the United States is actually the safer place for me to be.
Well, there you go.
Isn't that crazy?
There you go. Isn't that sad?
It's so sad
so fucking
that like
sad.
Fleeing the country, I am in better care without insurance in another country than I am in the United States.
Yeah.
As a foreigner.
Look, you guys, this is a workaround, okay? This is what you do.
Yeah, you flee the country.
Man said fleeing the country. Did you watch any of that fucking shit show today?
You know, I did. I woke up to one of the worst things you can wake up to, and that was J.D. Vance sworn in as vice president. And then I unfortunately had the displeasure of watching Trump become president.
Again.
But like Biden was so fucking bad. Like
I know. You know,
I'm not like I'm sad about Trump, but like he was so bad that it wasn't like it wasn't as big of like, oh, it's like, oh fuck, we're fucked just a little extra harder now.
Well, also the reality is that it's not like Trump is some giga chat, right? It's that the Democrats were so fucking horrible for the last 3 election cycles. The Democrats have had one job per them, right? Not us, the voters, being like, your only job is to beat Donald Trump. Per the Democrats and their priorities, they were like, we have to keep Donald Trump out of office. And guess what? Now he's won twice. He has won twice, and because of the W's he has racked up this week, the Republicans will probably win the next election.
You think so?
Sam, you could have won. Well, you know what?
Well, hold on. It's a little early, don't you think?
I mean, dude, I just feel like unless the Democrats completely burn the entire everything, okay? Replace the leadership, everybody's out, and rebuild, then man, I don't know. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard not to just be like a pessimistic Patty.
Has the DNC shown any sign that they're going to put somebody in charge? I mean, you need kind of like an outsider or somebody that's going to like go against, like capture the people that won't listen to the establishment Democrats. Democratic Party, similar to what Trump did, but on the left.
You're not being pessimistic, it's reality. Yeah, man. I mean, it just seems like it seems like it is Trump's world, and we're all just living in it because he is able to do what Democrats cannot do. And the Democrats are just so like they just are woefully incompetent to controlled opposition that makes the Republicans' job so easy. Like they are. It's like if you're it's okay. You're playing a game of basketball, all right, and I'm no Michael Jordan. I don't have to be a Michael Jordan because my opponent is blind, deaf, and has no torso. I don't know. Like, how am I not going to win this game?
Yeah, right. You describing the Democrats?
Yeah, I mean, just a blind and deaf toddler where it's not even that I have to be so amazing. It's not even like I have to be a Michael Jordan out here in these dunks, in these layups. You just have to show up.
In these layups.
Yeah, man. Best description of Democrats.
Sports.
Let me see. Best description of Democrats. For a long time, I thought the Dems were fighting valiantly, but just overwhelmed by the oligarchy and the Republicans. Then I saw that the Democrats keep losing fights they should win and figured they must be just weak and ineffectual. Then I kept seeing, yeah, I've read this before. This is so accurate. Then I kept seeing them backing off without putting up a fight at all. And I decided they were gutless cowards. Finally, I noticed that enough of them kept voting with the Republicans to always make sure the Republicans more or less win almost every fight, and that they keep starting from a center position and bargaining to the right. And eventually, after enough of that, it became impossible to ignore the only conclusion that actually fits the facts. The Democrats are not overmatched. They aren't weak. They aren't cowards. They're complicit. Well, I mean, when it comes to the Democrats, they range from incompetent as all hell. Like, I do believe that there are people who are just like, that is their thing, to being on the same team as the Republicans. Right? Where people will be like, why would blah, 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 blah? Because they're on the same team, okay? Joe Biden welcomed Donald Trump by saying, welcome home. He literally said, welcome home.
Yeah.
Like, tell me how they're not on the same team.
Yeah.
You're saying, welcome home, Jack?
Where are the Democrats? I haven't even heard from them. Where are they?
Where are they? Nowhere. Nowhere.
Like there's no even response at all for anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm just man.
Wait, hold on. Trump signed an executive order that Biden signed to lower prescription drug costs.
Oh, I mean, he's been getting to work. He withdrew us from the Paris Climate Agreement again. Is pulling us out of the World Health Organization. He is going to be freezing Biden's action on Cuba, which was actually good. A little bit too late. He is exec action freezing many of Biden's executive orders. He's ordering federal employees back to work 5 days a week. He's rescinding Title IX. Which is, supposed to protect against discrimination based on gender identity or sexual orientation. He's restoring the 2017 Trump era deportation criteria. He is he's going to be federally declaring, signing an executive order that there's only 2 genders, because that's what's really important here.
Yeah,
right?
stupid.
Thank God. Do you think Jesus, I just have to take a breath. Because I am so it's just like,
have you packed yet, Caroline?
No, I have not packed. I shouldn't be streaming, but
you leave like tomorrow?
Yeah, we leave in the morning.
Caroline, what?
I know.
Caroline, you need to pack. Hello? Are you gonna do what Will is gonna do? Which is like, isn't he gonna like?
I'm gonna be fine. I'm in my head thinking about what I want to bring.
Mm-hmm. And you have it in your head. You have it in your head.
Yeah, I'm in my head. I'm coming up with what I wanna pack. Jeff, thank you. Karen, thank you. Butt Nichols, thank you.
Well, Caroline, I'm gonna let you go and
love.
pack.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna hang out with
these
stream for a little bit.
Leftists.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the other thing too. It's like, so pissed off at Biden, but that doesn't mean that we're like, putting on the MAGA hat.
No, I know. I think
Donald Trump.
Yeah, no. I think people be like, "Oh, you don't like Biden, so you must like Trump."
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Well,
I've officially spent more time on your channel than I have on mine this year.
You have. Yeah,
that'll change.
You're putting in the hours here.
No, it's going to change in February. At the end of January, I'm doing it in the tub with Sea Dog, but you heard it here first. But,
we've got an official leak.
Yeah, that's a leak. That's a Caroline Kwan exclusive, but live from Tokyo.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
Shh,
it's a very
don't
secret.
Tell anyone.
But after that, like, I'm firing off. I got my old show coming back. I got a lover host with a very big guest on Valentine's
Day. 2025 is the year. We are back.
Yeah, I'm gonna leak to you the guest that I have on Valentine's Day. Look at that. React.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh. You know what? Put me in a lover host. Fuck it.
You want to do that? You want to fight for? You really want to fight? You want a new man? Is that it?
I just want to cause chaos.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's what we all want to do. Also, yeah, I've got like 4 or 5 streams planned for February. Let's see how many of them happen.
Okay. Austin show is so, you know what? It is Trump era all over again. Austin streaming.
Yeah. New president. Or old president.
Yeah. Donald Trump is president. Austin show is streaming.
Dating shows again.
It is 2016 all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Have
a good day.
Lover. I will see you in Japan.
I'll see you in Tokyo.
We'll see you in Tokyo. Okay,
All
bye.
right, let me teach you some of the Japanese I learned.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so say arigato gozaimasu to me.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Do itashimashite.
That's so good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I want to hear more of that when we get to
Okay, that's all I know right now. But
okay, well,
I'll keep
you gotta learn more.
Yep. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
What do I think Joe Biden is doing right now? Probably eating some fucking ice cream. That is what Joe Biden is doing right now. Everybody, that was the one and only Mr. Austin show. We got some special leaks here on the stream. And let me tell you, folks, that the love a host guest for Valentine's Day, you're not going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss it, folks. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Pure skill. Thank you for the 19 months. So that would mean Cubs World Series title incoming if it's 2016 all over again. Oh, yeah. Cubs are winning the World Series again, baby. Is this your first time in Japan? Yes, it is my first time in Japan. I can't believe that I'm going to Japan tomorrow. That is a spot of bright news in an otherwise really shitty fucking day. You guys, I have a confession. I have to confess something, and I'm going to admit this because I need to be held accountable. I started smoking cigarettes again today, and I have to quit. I gotta quit before I get ahead. I know, it's not good. It's not good. I found an old pack of cigs. Oh, the meme was real. Yeah. Yeah, this wasn't just a meme I posted. It wasn't just a meme I posted. So, can I tell you something? You want to know who stole my motherfucking Zins? Okay? You want to know who stole them from my apartment? I'm going to give you one guess. That motherfucker has a Zin tower. He has a Zin tower. And I have these Zins on hand in case I'm like getting a craving. I'm like, okay, I don't use them regularly. And apparently when he was here and I wasn't here, he saw me. He was like, ooh, free Zins. That motherfucking Zin stealer. It's not enough that he's got a Zin tower. It's not enough he has a Zin tower. He's got to take my Zins. Yeah, that's socialism, y'all. If you want socialism, just know that there will be Zin hoarders. Yeah, he's got two. He's got twin Zin towers. Twin Zin towers. Don't blame you. Cigarettes are life changing for the better. Yeah. I am a person who, when I am feeling just when things feel really shitty, nicotine is my drug of choice. I know. So I can't go down this path. Imagine spending all the money you do on skincare and facials just to smoke cigs. Yeah, well, you know what? For the moment, it's great. For the at the moment, it's better than anything else. I've never smoked a day in my life. Today made me crack a cig. Oh no, we have to stay strong. No, we can't. I totally get it. I've been addicted to successfully quitting so many substances. Cigs are different. Or yeah. Like I could go my whole life and like if I couldn't drink alcohol again, I'd be like, okay. You know, I like to drink here and there. But being told I could never drink alcohol again, I'd be like, fine. Nicotine is such a bitch, though. It's such a bitch. I know. Also, it's like in looking at what happened to David Lynch, like Jesus Christ. Not that I've ever smoked that much. Not that I have ever smoked that much, but I gotta be honest, chatter, that message is way too long, and all I see is a question about compromising. And let me tell you that has been the Democrats' thing forever. And what's the quote where it's like, why? Where it's like, we need to compromise. Okay. Sure. Oh, when I meant compromise, I meant compromise with fascists. Like, that's how the Dems operate. It's not compromising with the left, with progressives, right? Like real progressives. It's always compromising with fascism, and that is how we fucking got here in the first place. Honestly, you're so real for keeping yourself accountable. Stay strong. I was digging through looking for my converter. Or sorry, my universal adapter, because I was going to pack that. And I found an old pack of cigs. And I was like, uh-oh. If I'm compromising on genocide with values, yeah, like, I just do not think that we should need to, settle for the Democrats, who also don't give a shit about working class concerns. Like, that's the problem. That's the major fucking problem here. You know? The vote blue no matter who, because we gotta save democracy. We gotta keep Donald Trump out. Well, it's like, we gave you the keys. We gave you the fucking keys to the castle. And you failed to pass like real progress, man. You know, the big promises of the Biden campaign, because that's the thing. We had Bernie Sanders. We had Bernie Sanders there. And then when Biden came along, it was okay, well, he's not Donald Trump, right? That's what we've been told forever and ever. He's not Donald Trump. He's not Donald Trump. And that is not enough. Look at, like, I'm sorry, but just Gaza alone. We spent how many billions of dollars? How many billions of dollars on genocide, on bombing babies to death? That is what the Democratic Party is? Then no fucking thank you. We don't get Donald Trump without the Democrats. Make no mistake. So as far as like saving this country from Donald Trump, you are the ones who gave us Donald Trump. You are the reason why Donald Trump now is starting his second term. So go fuck yourselves. This is their favorite place to be, powerless, so they can harvest. They were doing donation emails after Kamala lost. They raised $1.5 billion. $1.5 billion. And she loses badly. And they were sending fundraising emails out. So A deal that was on the table since May. How many thousands died because Biden chose not to pressure Netanyahu, and for what? So, look, what I want to say is like, being angry at the Democrats, rightfully holding the Democrats' asses to the fire for the promises that they broke, for the policies that were half-assed, for the genocide that they lied to us about repeatedly. You sound mad. Have you tried voting harder? Where's my fucking I voted sticker? It does not mean that we are diminishing who Donald Trump is. Like how fascistic Donald Trump is not something that we're forgetting about because we're holding up the middle finger to the Democratic Party. And I am so sorry to those of you who are immigrants, whose parents might be undocumented. Maybe you were born in this country, but your parents weren't. And because of the obstacles to citizenship that they have never been able to obtain that, but they have lived here for a long time, that you and your family are Americans. I am very sorry. I am very sorry that you have been used as a scapegoat by both parties. That overall in this country, we've seen a rise in anti-immigrant sentiment because of all the fucking fear-mongering. My BF is undocumented. I hold a lot of fear. He's been here his whole life. Yeah, and, as far as these upcoming raids that are scheduled to start happening tomorrow, I mean, who's to say how much Donald Trump is actually going to fulfill his promises in this being the largest, these being the largest raids of all time. But it is still like the sentiment in this country towards immigrants is very vile. I am also very sorry to the LGBTQ community and to trans people who have every single day been harassed, seen legislation be introduced and passed that seeks to erase them. Your existence being declared as non-existence. But the thing is that they can't erase you, right? They can pass bills. They can try and make your life hell. They can make your life hell. They can do bullshit like, yeah, there's 2 genders. But they can't erase you. You are here. You are a person who exists. Not me being a trans Latina. How do you even begin to have conversations with someone like my father, who, let's just say, had a fantastic day today? Like, how do you get across just how bad Trump is to someone who just doesn't care? I mean, it's tough. It's very tough. LGBTQ. I shouldn't even respond to this. LGBTQ is the most protected class in the U.S. What U.S.? Are you in an alternate reality? LGBTQ is the most protected class in the U.S. You must be fucking not on this plane of existence. Correct. Why? Because you said so? Because idiots online have said that some guy with 2 Twitter followers is like, LGBTQ, they've got it too good. They've got it too good. Yeah, did you see today at Trump's inauguration all the fucking tech billionaires that were there? All of the handshakes that are happening, all the meetings that are going on. Do you really think that it's LGBTQ that's the most protected class when there are hundreds of bills every year that are anti-LGBTQ? That today the president of the United States announced that he's going to sign an executive order that says there's 2 genders. Like, do you think all of this is because LGBTQ is the most protected class? You don't think that maybe the billionaires are the most protected class? You don't think that Donald Trump, who's a billionaire and who has all his billionaire buddies who were surrounding him at the inauguration, are the most protected class? Anyway, I know it's not even worth. But my God. My God, you will never be free. You will never be free when you've got it so backwards, man. When you think that the billionaires are the good guys, when you think you're on the same side. Okay, let me tell you, you are not. Let me tell you, you're not on the team. You're not on the team. Bernie Sanders on Donald Trump's inauguration. When the 3 wealthiest men in America sit behind Trump at his inauguration, everyone understands that the billionaire class now controls our government. We must fight back. Look at this photo. Look at this photo. Callus, thank you for the prime. These people together, just this line of fuckers here, they have more money. They have more money than most of the people in this world combined. Okay? They have doubled their wealth in the last 5 years. Because of legislation that benefits the wealthy, because they have continued to be able to legally exploit the working class. They are hoarding wealth. And because of that wealth, they have enormous amounts of power. And one reason why this Trump term is different than the first Trump term is that there's no like smoke and mirrors anymore. Some of Silicon Valley were not super friendly to Trump, right? Zuckerberg, you know, they had a little bit of criticism for him. They certainly weren't cozying up to him now. It's not to say that shit wasn't happening behind closed doors, but now it is just out in the open. There is no pretending that this is anything other than what it is. He just signed orders to weaken federal employee protections. Yeah, the terrifying aura of this pic. Yeah. I mean, you think that these hoarders of wealth, these billionaires with a capital B, that they give a shit about you? No. You are a means. You are a means to their wealth hoarding. Yeah, man. God, it just is. It just is. It's mask off everywhere. You know, there's no needing to be sneaky. There's no needing to be sneaky about being aligned with someone like Donald Trump. Her outfit, Jesus. I talked about this on the podcast. Let me tell you one thing that we're not going to be doing the next 4 years. Callus, thank you for the prime. Here's what we are not going to be doing the next 4 years. We are not going to be doing the whole Melania you can tell she just really wants to get away from Trump. You can tell, like, the reason she wore that hat is so she wouldn't have to kiss him. Like, yeah, sure, Melania Trump probably fucking hates Donald Trump, but she has agency, okay? She made her decisions. And everybody 4 years ago was like, I bet Melania divorces him. I bet she leaves. Oh, really? Here she is. Fuck Melania Trump, okay? Do not infantilize Melania Trump. Do not infantilize Usha Vance. Don't infantilize these women. They are not princesses locked up in a tower who need rescuing. Why is Kim K's goofy ass posting pics of her girl? This is why you failed the bar 4 times. Again, it's because the richos, they don't have to be sneaky anymore. You got Carrie Underwood performing at Trump's inauguration. You got Kim K posting Melania's fit. Right? And if she, not that I think Kim K will respond to the criticism, but I'm sure she would just be like, I just love the fashion. In the same way that artists who performed at the inauguration were like, it's not about the politics. It's not about the politics. Man, she looks so she looks goofy as hell. She's also kind of giving Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which we watched yesterday. Yeah. I'm just praising Melania for the fashion. She said, I'm a pull up on them with the fit. Yeah. Be best, everybody. Be best. LOL, I posted a tweet in your Discord about Toontown and her fit. Yeah, she's given Toontown villain. One thing I will say about Melania, she does always step out rocking like the Cartoon Network villain fit. I don't really care, do you? Imagine if she was inspired by your stream last night. Yeah. Melania watched the stream and was like, oh, that's what I want for the inauguration. Her outfit's always giving emotionally divorced. Man, just fuck all these people. Fuck them all. You know, though, who not fuck you, but thank you Lena Khan. Lena Khan, who was like one good thing that Joe Biden did. I mean, as far as appointing her as FTC chair. But Lena Khan is on her way out, and we are losing, no joke, one of the best champions of working class people. We are losing a true bulldog when it comes to breaking up monopolies, enforcing antitrust laws, being a bully, as she was called, by the poor widow corporations that she went after. Being a bully to these mega corporations like Amazon. She did not ever think that she was setting her sights too high. There was no company too big. There was no company too big for Lena Khan. She was going after them all. Yeah, these poor corporations getting bullied by Lena Khan. She's such a
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Sorry. I don't know why that started playing. Who framed Joe Biden? Sorry, y'all. My bad. Once a stream, you know what? Sometimes things change, but not this stream. I started watching Let Me Know last night for the first time. Stayed up till 5 a.m. binging episodes. Oh, hell yeah.
Lena Khan.
Hell yeah. Okay, I want to watch Lena Khan's exit interview. Caroline, do you have any idea how to stay confident and love yourself during these 4 years? You know what? Stick around, and we will work through that together. Any ideas on staying confident? Confidence is often just faking it. Being sexy confident. Yeah. You know what? In the wise words of Katy Perry, sexy confident, so intelligent. I would say just, I don't know, man. Like, if you mean staying confident as far as the future goes, I don't know that I am confident right now. So it's like staying confident would require me being confident. But I know it's not like I can't just sit here and be like, well, it's over, you guys. So I think it's I think it's like having community. Seriously, having community, like being involved in your community, working on a local level. Oh, what'd you get?
Indian.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, that Kramer ass entrance. We're gonna figure this out though. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get through it. We will. That is the thing that I can tell you, guys. We will get through each day. Okay? Okay? The world is not going to end tomorrow. I do promise you that. You see the brutalist director response? Yeah, we can take a look at that in a little bit. Yeah. What I will say is for this stream, we will certainly be doing we will certainly not be spending the next 4 years just poring over every horrible thing Donald Trump said and did. Okay? I can tell you that. There is always, I think, hope to be found in like being proactive and raising awareness. Like, I feel as if streams like the firefighter stream, even though the mass incarceration system in this country is so fucked, and it is so deeply immoral. It's like, okay, I can't just dismantle this on my own. I can't just take a hammer and bring it all down. But I feel like doing something such as the firefighters stream was one way of like bringing attention to an issue that doesn't just feel like sitting at your desktop, talking about how like horrible this thing is. Trump is coming to LA on Friday to survey the fire damage. The Santa Ana winds have the opportunity to do the funniest thing to Donald Trump. Instead of focusing on the negatives, producing positives. Yeah, it's really easy. It's really easy to just stay in anger. Okay? I get it. Anger, it's easy to stay there, but you have to focus that anger somehow. You got to focus that anger. And I think small, right? Don't think so big. Because when you think super big, then you can get demoralized really quickly. And honestly, you know what I keep coming back to? Hannah, thank you for the 14 months. We appreciate you in this community. I keep coming back to this moment in No Other Land. This moment in No Other Land, the documentary by Bassel Adra and Yuval Abraham about about these settlements in the West Bank, specifically looking at Bassel's village, Masfer Yatta. And Yuval is there in Masfer Yatta for 10 days. He is an Israeli journalist, and he feels, he feels very strongly about the Palestinian cause because he has seen for his own eyes the injustices. And so he's over there. He and Bassel are friends. And after there is a protest that the villagers of Masfer Yatta engage in because the cops shot one of their own as they were destroying yet another house. And this young man was trying to hang on to his generator. And so the police shot him. Soldier shot him, of course. And then the villagers protested it. And Yuval feels so strongly about writing a piece about it and needing everybody in Israel and the world to like see what's happening. And Bassel kind of has this weariness to him, but a weariness of someone who's been there for a long time, right? Like, this is his life. This is what he has known since he was born. This is a fight that he knows is not something that will be solved overnight. And you have to understand that or you will burn out. And so he says to him, like, you're very enthusiastic. And he kind of says it in a sardonic way where he's recognizing, like, I know that you care. I know you care and you're very enthusiastic, but that is because this is something that you're seeing for the first time. And Yuval is like, well, yeah, what do you mean I'm enthusiastic? Of course I am. Like, the last piece that I wrote, you know, it didn't get very much attention. Like this, I can't believe that people aren't paying attention to this. People need to be paying attention to this. And Fossil's like, basically says to him, it's about the long fight. And you have to have a sustainable, you know, you have to have sustainability in this. You can't just come in super hot and you're leaving in, you know, you're leaving in 10 days. And that's how you burn out. That's how you go, nothing's ever going to change. Oh my God. Nothing's going to change. This is just too impossible. The walls are too insurmountable. The walls are too insurmountable. What can I do? And I think that that's a good reminder, because there are, you know, our political system has been broken for quite some time. Donald Trump is not the first nor the last president to have a rule by the wealthy, okay? I mean, the Democrats ran their campaign against Donald Trump by appealing to moderate suburban voters and appealing to their billionaire and Wall Street donors. They literally had people like Mark Cuban who were telling Kamala what would work and what wouldn't work. And that is why in the beginning, you know, when Kamala was first announced as the you know, Kamala is going to replace Joe Biden. Joe Biden's dropped out. Woohoo. People were coconut pilled. The policies that were finally put forth did not match that initial like populist energy. Right? That things are going to be different now. We're getting rid of senile Joe Biden, who I cannot believe. I mean, I can believe. But the reports this week about how during the summer, his aides would have teleprompters put into the homes of private donors, because they do fundraisers in private donors' homes. Like, this is how it works, right? This is fucking politics. This is what I mean by it's not, you know, Donald Trump is not the first nor the last to do this. They would have teleprompters at like a small get together at some, you know, wealthy donor's house, because that is how bad Joe Biden's mental fortitude was. So anywho, as I was saying, yes, what was I talking about? I was talking about no other land. I think we have to recognize that this is a long, long fight. It is a long fight. It is one that we will not win without collective action, right? We do have to raise class consciousness every single day. You know, we saw what happened in the wake of Luigi. We saw what happened from people across the political spectrum, and that was the awakening for a lot of people. And then that needs to be directed into action. And we may never see the fruits. We may only be those who lay the stones to a free future. Yeah. Condensed can of meat. Thank you for the 3 months. All right. Y'all, please, no engaging in like individual fights in the chat. That's not fun. Nobody likes that. It's distracting. It's never worth it. Please just don't do it. Please do not have these one-on-one. Every chatter, Mom, they think we're Democrats again. Mom. All right, here's Lena Khan's exit
Thank
interview.
you so much for joining us.
Great to be with you.
Okay, so you're winding up your final days as chair of the Federal Trade Commission. Technology companies obviously have grown enormously big in the past few years. Do you think that you've been able to adjust the monopoly powers of these companies in a way that does protect Americans or limit these companies' scope?
So litigations are ongoing. The Justice Department got an important win last year.
Bro, have I never realized that sometimes she sounds like AOC? Like if I were to close my eyes,
With a court holding that Google had violated the antitrust laws. We have a Facebook case that's going to trial this spring, a big monopolization lawsuit against Amazon that's going to trial in fall of 2020.
wait, that's crazy. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before.
26. But certainly what we heard from, those in Silicon Valley and executives was that there was greater awareness that there was now a cop on the beat.
You mentioned Facebook and Amazon. Maybe it's completely a coincidence or maybe not, but
Let me just say, if you don't know anything about Lena Khan, just know that she is hated by tech billionaires, okay? She is hated by CEOs. Her enemies are like Amazon and Meta. And what's his name, who's the CEO of LinkedIn, that was like pressuring Kamala Harris to get rid of her. So judge her by her enemies. And man, does she have some real shit ass enemies.
People tied to those companies have been pouring money
enemies
into
are the enemies of the
inauguration
American people.
of President Trump. Do you think there might be any expectation from these companies that they might get a better shake out of a future FTC, and that might be why they're trying to cozy up to incoming President Trump?
I can't speak to what anybody's specific intentions are, but it's true that the FTC has received resounding wins in court. So, of course, if you recognize that a particular lawsuit and a finding of liability could have major ramifications if you're not allowed to engage in those types of illegal practices, of course there would be an effort to see, can we settle on the cheap here?
On the Microsoft Activision case, critics said, these weren't natural competitors, so why is the FTC getting involved here? Do you think that kind of opened the agency up to a lot of external criticism that you guys were intervening in cases that maybe were outside your traditional remit?
So that case in particular, that litigation is still ongoing.
Okay.
It's on appeal to the Ninth Circuit. But you raise an important question more generally, which is, are the only mergers that are illegal those that are between direct competitors? Or do we think that mergers between different parts of the supply chain can also pose legal concern? And you're right that for several decades that was a view that vertical mergers in particular, or mergers between companies that are adjacent in a supply chain, there was a view that those were presumptively legal and maybe even competitively benign. The FTC has taken action against those vertical deals and successfully blocked a half a dozen.
So you've been studying these issues for a long time. I wonder where you think we are in the span of history in terms of monopolies. Do you think it's better now in terms of the government's ability to prevent them? Or do you think the rise of these technology companies has made it hard to really do the things that the government might have wanted to do in the past?
The FTC was created during the backdrop of the Gilded Age and a real concern about industrial trusts and the robber barons and how these monopolies
we're in the tech Gilded Age now.
had come to wield just extraordinarily economic power, but also political power. I think we're similarly at a moment where people recognize that when you have unchecked corporate power and unchecked monopoly power, that harms communities across America. It means people are paying more, making less. Our supply chains are less resilient.
Nuking
small
God,
businesses,
thank you for the
startups
bits.
have less of an opportunity to get a fair shake. And ultimately, our democracy is more fragile.
more likely to serve prison time than to win Will Neff hot sauce.
When I would hear, especially in the run-up to the election, when I would hear from CEOs and business executives, your name would come up a lot. I never heard of an FTC chair being known around the country as much as you were. Democrats and Republicans, they were critical. Did you hear that kind of feedback, and how did you kind of process it and factor it into your leadership?
You're waiting for Twitch to shut down because it's a leftist platform? Genuinely, what makes you believe that Twitch is a leftist platform? Like, because of Hassan Piker, who, first of all, is not the biggest Twitch streamer. There are Twitch streamers that are bigger than Hassan that espouse right-wing views. Second of all, Twitch is owned by Amazon. Like, yeah, not a non-political Twitch streamer streamed to 300,000 viewers this morning, jorking off Trump. Yes. The person who's not the leftist Twitch streamer had much higher views streaming the inauguration than the biggest leftist streamer in the world. So, no, it's not. It's not a leftist platform at all. At all. There is no leftist platform. And make no mistake, there is only going to be more of a crackdown on leftist progressive information, right? Just also a proliferance in misinformation, because you had TikTok, the CEO of TikTok, who was at the inauguration, all right, who's like literally using the app to say thank you, President Trump. You had Meta's owner, Meta CEO, at the inauguration. You had Twitter owner at the inauguration. It's just funny. It's funny to think of any platform being a leftist platform. Yeah, I mean, you had Jeff Bezos at the inauguration.
So I've made it a big priority to open up the agency and make sure we're getting feedback and input from all across the country, be it farmers in Iowa, founders in Silicon Valley, or pharmacists in Kansas City, to understand, what are the economic challenges that they're facing from their perspective. Do we have markets that are fair and honest and competitive, or are there some problems there? And across the board, what I heard from them was, we need more vigorous enforcement. I mean, not once did I hear, well, the answer to our challenges is more monopolization or more consolidation and
we need
less antitrust
more
enforcement.
mergers.
There's a real recognition that when you don't have that type of fair and honest competition, people lose out.
Was there any point in 2024 before the election when Democrats or the White House said, can you just back off a little bit and give us some space? Stop kind of creating so much fury in Silicon Valley or across the business community?
No, the FTC is an independent agency, and we've worked closely with government partners when appropriate, but we enforce the law without
fear. Yeah, you know what? Small business owners across the board are hoping to be shoved out, just absolutely crushed by these mega corporations.
And based on the facts.
What would you say was kind of your proudest moment as FTC chair? Was there a case that you felt like really reflected your, long-held beliefs about antitrust enforcement?
We just won a big case against the Kroger-Albertsons merger.
Yeah, also, speaking of influencers, can we talk about the Paul brothers being at the fucking inauguration? I mean, the right-wing influence is so out, is so outdoing, is just absolutely crushing leftist influence. Yeah, they were there. They were hanging out with rapist Conor McGregor. I think it was the Paul brothers, their mom, and rapist Conor McGregor. You guys remember how Conor McGregor is a rapist? He was just found guilty in Ireland's civil court. McRapist. Yeah, I think Theo Vaughn was there too. Yeah, of course, the whole team is there. The whole team's there. Because they all helped get Donald Trump elected again, right? This was all part of the new media strategy. These are all they're all part of the team. Yeah, many forks found in kitchen. Like, you know, it is like, I cannot state enough how the relationship between influencers, MAGA influencers, or just anywhere even in that world, and the Republican Party is so strong now. There is no relationship between the Democratic Party and leftist influencers because we're not on the same team.
Merger, which has now been abandoned. That would have been the largest supermarket merger in U.S. history. I was invited to listening sessions across the country in places like Phoenix, Las Vegas,
Money
Denver.
doesn't buy you
Communities
class.
were really worried about what would happen to grocery prices and to grocery jobs if this deal were allowed to go through. We just got a resounding win in court. We got an opinion that fully vindicates the FTC's approach to rejecting risky fixes and flimsy promises. In this case, we'd also alleged that the deal harmed labor markets illegally, and the court advanced the analysis on that front as well.
You've written about and talked about the need to regulate artificial intelligence, and I wonder if there's lessons learned from the rapid growth of big tech, where if you don't kind of acknowledge and address something early, it might, be too little too late.
I think one of the lessons from Web 2.0 has been that these moments of technological transition can be incredibly important inflection points where new arrivals have an opening to come into the market and displace some of the old giants. But these are also moments where those giants may panic and recognize that they face a major competitive risk.
Also, just a couple things that the FTC has done that you might not realize the FTC has done, aside from aside from stopping anti-competitive mergers and trying to break up monopolies like Amazon, if you are someone who's ever tried to cancel a subscription and you're like, why is this so hard? Why can't I cancel my subscription? I wonder why it's so hard to cancel a subscription. Well, the FTC implemented a click to cancel rule, which means that businesses have to simplify the cancellation process. So rather than having to go through all these hoops and some businesses making it like pretty much impossible to try and cancel your subscription, it is now a simplified process. Hey, hope you're doing okay with the news and the fire. I'm all right. I'll be okay, thank you. Another thing that Lena Khan and the FTC did was crack down on junk fees. Everybody hates junk fees. All my homies hate junk fees. Well, thank you to Lena Khan and the FTC for really, really cracking down on those bullshit surcharges that you will see on your credit card, on bills, where you're like, hold on a second, what is this fucking junk fee? Well, can Trump undo that? I mean, Trump can appoint a new head, a new chair, FTC chair, who will be, not as adversarial as Lena Khan. Could put somebody in who is much more corporate friendly and can undo some of the work that the FTC's done. I will say that there are a number of Republicans who were praising Lena. Lena Khan was not just popular with Democrats. There were Republicans, some of the worst fucking Republicans, who would like publicly praise Lena Khan.
And then resort to illegal monopolization.
So junk fees are something that, no, I don't think that is, I don't think junk fees are something that Trump via the new FTC chair would undo, but protecting his tech billionaire buddies' interests, you know? Oh yeah, for sure. Making it easier for them to consolidate, to monopolize. Yeah. And that's pretty shitty.
Illegal acquisitions. And so these.
Yeah. When have normies ever known the name of the FTC chair? This is how much Lena Khan has done for Americans. Straight up. Straight up. The FTC chair is not somebody who, like, you know, is a celebrity online, or, you know, somebody that people know at all. And yet Lena Khan was so she was such a dog. She just was she was that bitch. And time and time again, she was in the headlines, you know. Lena Khan, FTC stops Kroger, and what was it, Albertsons. I love how she's taken on huge stuff like Amazon and Google's monopoly power, but also stuff that seems small but affects everyone and adds up to, yes, yeah.
Technological inflection moments are ones where enforcers have to be especially vigilant, and that's the approach we've been bringing.
Non-compete clauses. This is one I heard a lot about from friends. A range of businesses, hairdressers, a whole bunch of people encounter this kind of clause in some of their contracts. You guys tried to take a step on this, and it was knocked down in court. I wonder if you could tell me a little bit about the lessons you learned from that, and also the feedback you got on that rule from around the country.
So non-competes, as you noted, have proliferated beyond the boardroom. So it's not just the C-suite that may be bound by them, but security guards, janitors, people across income levels, across professions. When we proposed this rule to eliminate non-competes, we got 26,000 comments from across the country. The stories that we heard were devastating. I mean, we heard from a bartender in Florida about how she was sexually harassed at her job, decided to go get a job at a different restaurant, and got hit with a lawsuit for tens of thousands of dollars. And so she was facing a choice between, you know, continuing to be subjected to sexual harassment or facing financial ruin. These non-competes can just be so detrimental to people's lives, and they're also bad for competition. I mean, these are literally called non-competes.
Non-compete for a bartender.
Hope we'll be able to prevail.
Do you think you could have tailored the proposal a little bit differently to make it a little more legally indestructible, perhaps?
So we tailored the final rule where senior executives, the rule would only apply to prospectively, but existing non-competes could stay in place. And so the revised rule was ultimately narrower than what we had initially proposed. You know, some of the challenges that have been filed in court are taking aim at the FTC's ability to do these types of rules to begin with. And so, you know, it's not clear to me that having said, well, only a subset of workers should get the protection from these rules rather than workers across the board would have changed it.
Do you expect a lot more M&A activity in a couple months once you leave and there's a new chair of the FTC?
Look, I completely understand that deal makers, you know, want antitrust cops to go away and to stop scrutinizing closely mergers and acquisitions. That's not the job we've been given, and it's been vindicating to hear that the FTC's approach had a market impact and was deterring illegal deals. So I hope that we won't see a backsliding there.
Oh, geez. Me too. I hope we won't. And it'd be great if Lena Khan can in some way like still be involved with the FTC. Like, is she going to stay on the commission? She'll just no longer be the FTC chair. I don't know. I hope.
Happy and
Okay. So before we watch this video, I just have to, I know that everybody has talked about it. Everybody has talked about it. But I just have to talk about the Elon Musk Hitler salute. Because that was what that was. Okay? That was a Sieg Heil if I've ever seen one. And I don't care that people are trying to be like, he's autistic. If the type of autism you have is doing Sieg Heils, we got a problem still, okay? Autism doesn't give you the excuse to Nazi salute, all right? People are like, no, he's just socially awkward. No. He's socially awkward. Let me tell you, okay, I have eyeballs. I saw him do that twice. And he put his whole fucking dick into that salute, okay? Can somebody just clip me? And by clip me, I mean link me the clip, please. If you have not seen this, yeah, that looked motherfucking rehearsed, okay? He put his Nazi into that, all right?
I want to say thank you
Okay.
for making it
Okay. Yeah, if you have not seen this, if you're like, why is everybody saying that Elon Musk did a Nazi salute?
happen. Thank you.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
And here's the other thing, you guys. This is important context. It's important context that Elon Musk frequently engages in Nazi conspiracy bullshit, okay? Like conspiracy theories that Nazis love, that white supremacists love, Elon Musk also loves. Great replacement theory, talking about how, the Jews are going to replace the Christians. Elon Musk has shared that stuff. He's been in the comments of shit like that being like, how interesting, or whatever these Elon Musk comments. Neo-Nazi accounts have flourished on Twitter. The doors were wide open when Elon Musk took over Twitter. What we knew would happen is that the Nazis would come back. And you know what happened? The Nazis came back because Elon Musk is friendly to Nazis. So is it really that shocking that Elon Musk would do a Nazi salute on stage? Like, y'all, we're just out in the open now with all this. This is what we mean by it's Trump 2.0, and it's about retribution, baby. It's about being full mask off, okay? We're going full hog. But the thing is because Elon Musk is here's a guide. A handy guide. Call waiter. Nazi. Call taxi. Pet children, pet dog, rest. Nazi. Like, this is Nazi. Okay? That is Nazi. Who did not see that coming? That Elon Musk would do something like throw up the Sieg Heil. All right? This guy loves getting into anti-Semitic propaganda. And he is a perfect example of how, yeah, you can be anti-Semitic. You can be a Nazi and be pro-Israel, okay? Being pro-Israel does not preclude somebody from being a Nazi. Because Israel does not equal Judaism. Supporting Israel does not mean that you support Jewish people. How do you read these chats? They go so fast. First of all, my mind has broken the longer that I've been on stream. Second of all, I can't read everything. I definitely don't read it all. So let's take a look at the ADL status, which I have to say is one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen, okay? No one's surprised by this. Nobody is shocked. Of course, the ADL, okay? The ADL led by the pathetic scumbag, Jonathan Greenblatt, who previously said that the keffiyeh is equal to the swastika, that the keffiyeh is on the same page as the swastika, had this to say about Elon Musk's Sieg Heil. This is a delicate moment. It's a new day, and yet so many are on edge. Our politics are inflamed, and social media only adds to the anxiety. It seems that Elon Musk made an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm. Not a Nazi salute, but again, we appreciate that people are on edge. Oh, do you? You appreciate people are on edge? Hey, I have a question too. So you know how you guys have been like real cozy with Donald Trump? Do you maybe see why like people are on edge because of Donald Trump? And maybe that if you're Jewish, you're on edge because of Donald Trump, because this is the guy who said there's very fine people on both sides, who said stand back, stand by, who's like buddy with far right anti-Semitic extremist factions in this country, that he has white supremacists, that he is Christian fascists who spread anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, who like these are people who are on his team. You know? In this moment, all sides should give one another a bit of grace, perhaps even the benefit of the doubt, and take a breath. Oh, should we? This is a new beginning. Let's hope for healing and work towards unity in the months and years ahead. Yeah, you know, free Palestine equals anti-Semitic. From the river to the sea equals anti-Semitic. A scarf, a keffiyeh, equals anti-Semitic. A Palestinian person literally just existing equals anti-Semitic. Elon Musk, Sieg Heiling, no, that's just awkward. That's just an awkward gesture. Wait, did Musk reply on the tweet? Oh, this post is from an account you muted. Let me make sure it's not one of the... Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Lying or crying, laughing face. Crying, laughing face. Oh, yeah. I've had his ass muted for a long time. Thanks, guys. He doesn't even, like, say anything else. What a piece of shit. I mean, that's a Nazi for ya. Yeah, okay, before we move on to the AOC thing, it cannot be said enough what a joke the ADL is. This is not the Anti-Defamation League, okay? No, the ADL exists to serve the interests of Israel. If you are anti-Israel, the ADL will come after you. But as long as you are pro-Israel, you can be anti-Semitic as all hell. But if you support Israel, then you're good in ADL's book. Right, the Apartheid Defense League. Yes. It is so shamefully transparent. The Atrocity Defense League. It is so shamefully transparent that the ADL is not an organization that exists to combat anti-Semitism. This is an organization that exists to serve the interests of the apartheid state of Israel. They are here to ensure nothing less than full-throated support for Israel. And so if you still at this point have not come to see how being critical of Israel is not anti-Semitic, being an anti-Zionist is not anti-Semitic, please look no further than how the ADL applies their definition of anti-Semitism to anything and anyone that is in support of Palestine. But if you are actually anti-Semitic, then, well, as long as you're a vocal supporter of Israel, and to be somebody with as much power as Elon Musk, this is the richest man in the world, okay? This is the richest man in the world who took a trip to Israel last year. So yeah, Elon Musk can throw up the fucking salute. And the ADL will come crawling onto Twitter to be like, we appreciate that people are on edge. This is a new beginning. Let's hope for healing and work towards unity. Good night, someone else. Hope you're as well. Have a good time in Japan. Thank you so much. Thank you. Here's AOC's tweet. Just to be clear, you are defending a Heil Hitler salute that was performed and repeated for emphasis and clarity. People can officially stop listening to you as any sort of reputable source of information now. You work for them. Thank you for making that crystal clear to all. Yep. I mean, I would have hoped that people had stopped listening to the ADL a long time ago, right? I mean, there have been many, many moments. Many moments. Remember when the Wikipedia editors labeled the ADL as an unreliable source, and then Wikipedia became anti-Semitic? Wikipedia was anti-Semitic when they declared that the ADL could not be trusted to give reliable information on Israel and Palestine, and that they could not be trusted to be a reliable source on anti-Semitism. Because remember, you guys, when the ADL was coming out and saying like, ooh, anti-Semitism is increased 5,000%, or like whatever numbers they were using, they were counting stuff like someone saying from the river to the sea, someone saying free Palestine, someone wearing a fucking keffiyeh as an instance of anti-Semitism. They muddied the waters. They muddied the waters that made it difficult to parse through and see, like, to find the real anti-Semitism. And you dilute the seriousness of such offenses and of, you know, a bigotry that has existed for a long time. You dilute the seriousness of that when you call everything anti-Semitic. They were involved with Hummusgate. Yeah, I mean, the ADL stepped in to, to deal with Twitch. He's been a CEO spokesperson for how many companies for how many years and has never had movement ticks, but suddenly he's disabled and didn't mean to. Why has it never been seen? Why has it never been seen before, huh? Yeah, also, like, an awkward gesture. Okay, yeah, awkward because it's the Heil Hitler salute, but I'm trying to pull it up again. Let's just be clear that was not at all. Holy shit. I just typed in Elon Musk. This Vorlo tweet has 236,000 likes. Good luck, buddy. Good luck. Good luck.
Speaking at the inauguration.
Like, okay. Look at that. There is no stumbling there. Like, what I'm trying to say is the ADL and others will make it seem as if, like, Elon Musk was just kind of like, Look at this intent. Look at this enthusiasm. Bro does it twice. He does it twice. Look at his face.
Inauguration.
My heart goes out to you.
Did he just sig Heil?
It is thanks to you.
Like, man, I'm sorry. This is the last time I will play it, and then I will stop. Because I understand that this is like, let's be real for a second, okay? This is traumatizing. It is traumatizing for people whose families survived the Holocaust, whose family histories are tied up in one of the worst atrocities in history, right? So, like, it's not something that, like, I understand that this is not something that is fun for people who, for people who like their families have suffered greatly because of this fucking salute.
Anyway, let's look at one of these tech billionaire oligarchs.
Yeah, boom. Look at that, man. The way that he bites his lip. Yeah, it's an act. That is an act of violence. That is an act of violence. It is so forceful. You know, I mean, and I don't mean that it's just like it should send shivers down your spine if you are a Jewish person, for like anybody who's an anti-fascist, which we should all be anti-fascists. We should all be anti-fascists, and this should be horrifying to all of us. Nobody should feel good about the richest man on earth. Oh, you exaggerating a bit? Am I? Tell me how I'm exaggerating. Is this cool? You think this is cool? You're cool with this? You're cool with this?
Anyway, let's look at one of these.
Because that's a little weird to me.
Speaking at the inauguration.
I don't think that's cool at all. And I don't think I'm exaggerating at all. It's a normal What is a normal reaction? So am I exaggerating, or am I normal? Or you're saying this is normal? You're saying this is a normal reaction? Please. Please. You know, some of y'all say things sometimes in here. And, you know, when we say, you know, when we joke about, like, don't Fed post, there are people in here who Fed post, but of course the feds won't ever come after them. Of course the feds will be like, oh, nah, that's not the person we want to go after. Yeah, that is, I'm not, yep. There is no explanation there. Yeah, no, this chatter just said, yep. Okay, cool. Yeah. So for me, I actually don't think I'm exaggerating how fucking horrifying it is that the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, who is a part of this new administration, the Trump administration, who is in charge of the largest communication platform, Twitter, is doing this on stage. Said, my heart goes out to you. Like he's thanking the people for, he said, my heart goes out to you. You guys, please, Let me right now. Let me just stop you right now. The father of my children would never. Vorlo, good luck, dude. Good luck. Thank you for the 11 months. Why do you feel the need to run defense for Elon Musk? Do you think that this guy who has engaged in anti-Semitic propaganda, who spreads conspiracy theories that Nazis love, who has been a friend to Nazis on this platform because he has unbanned them, okay? He is Nazi friendly. Seriously. Are you not thinking for one moment here, yeah, maybe I don't need to defend Elon Musk. Like, if being like, oh no, he's clearly, like, this is what he's doing. He really wasn't. I'm trying to provide context to Elon Musk so that you understand why, oh yeah, no, it would make more sense that Elon Musk would be throwing out the Sig Heil than he would be doing like My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion type of shit. I knew someone was going to say he was saying his heart goes out gesture. When do you turn your palm down for that thumb tight in with that angle? Yeah, also, I'm not running defense, but this doesn't strike me as his most glaring act of anti-Semitism. You are running defense, though. That's what I'm trying to point out. You are running defense by saying that you think he's awkwardly just trying to throw his heart out. And what I'm trying to say is, if you consider who Elon Musk is, that this is a Nazi sympathizer, that this is a guy who is cool with the Nazis and the Nazis are cool with him. Okay, that this is a tech billionaire freak who is into things like pronatalism and eugenics. Okay, like, we don't even know how deep Elon Musk's weird ass shit goes. We know some of the weird shit. But what I'm trying to explain to you is it makes perfect sense that a guy like that would get up on stage and do that. Why did he visit Israel then? Because being a supporter of Israel does not mean that you are barred from being anti-Semitic, okay? Elon Musk does not support Israel because he loves Jewish people, okay? All right. I don't know if you know this, but there are a lot of Christian nationalists in the United States of America who support the state of Israel because they believe that when all the Jews return to the promised land, to the holy lands there, that it will bring about the rapture. And then the Christians, the good ones, will be, get eternal life. And everybody else will burn in hell. There are tons and tons of anti-Semites who are Zionist. Yes, there are Christian nationalists in Congress who share anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, like the Great Replacement Theory, who are also Zionists because they are supporters of the state of Israel, the Zionist project, the nationalist project, the ethno-nationalist project that is Israel, that is separate from being a, supporter of the Jewish people. There are also anti-Semites who want Jews out of the United States of America. They do not want Jewish people here because they are anti-Semitic. So they would rather have a place that they all go to. Yeah, it's like I know it's hard. I know it's not hard. It's not. It's only hard if you think that Israel is equal to the Jewish people. That if you think that Zionism is Jewish identity, right? That Jewish religion, Jewish faith, like whatever. It is not. Princess Claude, thank you for the 20 months. Anyway, okay, what we're about to watch. We're about to watch this motherfucker. Hassan Minaj. Yeah, you want to know why, like, Jared Kushner? You want to know why someone like Jared Kushner is... I know Jared Kushner is Jewish, okay. But Jared Kushner is supportive of Israel, not because of his love for the Jewish people, but because that motherfucker is in the real estate industry. And he has got real estate interests in the West Bank. So Jared Kushner, as he re-enters the Trump administration, is going to be looking to make some dough through real estate in the West Bank. Yeah. He wants condos on the beaches in Gaza. Yes.
Inauguration Day. Guess what, folks? We got a brand new 1,460 days to alienate your loved ones and possibly lose your job because you're arguing about politics. All my friends, they're all hitting me up for my thoughts. Everybody's got hot takes. Everybody's speculating, and nobody has any idea what is gonna happen. But here is what will definitely happen. This rectangle of sadness is gonna start hitting you with notifications that'll make you feel like you're getting attacked by birds. And the longer you stare at this rectangular f***ing piece of shit, the angrier you're gonna get. Here is exactly how it will go down. Trump will do something weird, dumb, hilarious, or insane. Then the news networks will cover it. Then the pundits paid by those same networks will react to their own coverage. Then the far left will hate on the pundits. They fucking nuts. Simultaneously, MAGA will then hate on the lefty.
The radical far left. Oh my God. That motherfucking Zen stealer. Honestly, lock him up. Seriously, I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. I don't care what happens to him, okay? Because he deserves it.
And the pundits, and they'll criticize anybody who criticizes the president. Oh, you have TDS, you got Trump, then Elon will be launching rockets, then will quote Babylon Bee in the worst article you could think of with the thinky face emoji being like, interesting. Then
I actually have an opportunity to take him down because I was reached out to by a reporter who's doing a profile on him, and he wants to speak with me about our firefighters stream. Although I don't know if actually the conversation is going to happen because I'm going to Japan tomorrow. So I don't know how. But if it does, this is my chance. This is my chance. I am going to create an environment that is so toxic. Oh my God. Y'all don't even know what's coming. Y'all do not even know. Chaos is a ladder. That is true. It is a ladder.
Well, actually, data nerds will come in and fact check everybody. It's like, oh, I'm
mad with you as well. I
I
quit
just live in
smoking and
grass. So
vaping.
this is
It's
actually the truth.
hard.
Then
It's
everybody
so
will
fucking
on the
hard.
well, actually nerds for pretending that they're just calling balls and strikes and
Fucking
just
hard.
telling it how it is, when really they're just laundering their own political beliefs through graphs. And at the very last step of this process, this entire digital rectal feeding tube will be shoved up the ass of the general
Parliament,
public.
thank you for the 10 months.
Each of these steps will play out every hour, every day, for the next 4 years. It will ruin your f***ing life. It will start with a single fried synapse inside of Donald Trump's brain, and will end by frying a synapse in your brain. And the conduit for that entire journey will be this portal to hell that I can't get rid of because restaurants make me scan the QR code so I can look at the menu. Now look, good stuff could happen, but bad stuff is going to happen. Real stuff that will make you very angry. But the important thing is, what do you do with your anger? Because just feeling strongly isn't enough. You don't want to end up like Cyndi Lauper singing We Are the World, just shrieking into a microphone, out of tune, while everyone around you wishes you weren't invited. Now, there are many ways to solve the world's problems, but I promise you, the answer is not in here. We've had these things for 10 years. Nothing good comes from this. As soon as something crazy happens.
Bro just woke up from a coma. Bush was the last president he remembers. Yeah, man. Can you imagine if you went into a coma? If you went into a coma January 22nd, 2017. Okay. So you knew Donald Trump was president. He just took office. And then you go into a coma. And you wake up now. You're like, oh, so I've only been in a coma for less than 4 years. And they're like, sorry, buddy. It's been longer than that.
Our instinct will be to look to the pundits, the podcasters, and other overconfident men to give us a sense of clarity. And their words will feel
Every
important,
stream we
but
should
I am
posit a
telling
coma
you,
scenario.
they're not. Political commentary to Donald Trump
H. Schillner,
is what
thank you for the
Coney
5 months.
2012 was to Coney. Coney the warlord is still on the loose. We did not catch this guy. And the guy who made the Coney documentary crashed out and may have jacked off in public.
Were you also masturbating? Did I hear that too?
There were rumors of masturbation, but no one who was there ever said that.
I wonder if we're gonna get a lot of Hassan Minaj if it is gonna be like 2016 era again. Trump is back, like, you know, we're just we're running it back.
Yeah. One of the things I keep hearing is, if you're not angry, you're not paying attention. Oh, you better get angry. This is what they want. They don't want you to be angry. You got to be angry, because if you're not angry, you're not focused. Now, it sounds good, but it begs an important question that my therapist asks me every week. Do you really want to live a life filled with unrelenting manic anger? Just every day, at work, on Slack, at home, right now, as you watch this video. So here's my advice. Do not let the outrage grifters hijack your brain. Getting up every morning and shoving this rectal feeding tube of rage up your own ass will make you insane. But am I just making you insane? Like, is this just more outrage? Did I build my whole personality on just outrage? Like, is that what am I actually part of the problem? Am I the problem? Maybe it's me. Because I'm actually participating in this grift. Did I build my whole career on this grift? Like, is my only talent actually getting mad at other things instead of creating original pieces of work?
Thank you. And it's Hassan Minaj. Yes.
No. Because he's not making power to piss off dedicated nerds.
Just be kind to yourself and only use your phone for important things, like looking at a menu at a Thai restaurant. Please feel free to
This isn't
like,
helping.
comment, and unsubscribe from everything.
I don't feel better. I don't know, man. It kind of, I gotta be so honest, like, this kind of stuff, it feels tough. in 2025. It feels tough in 2025. Yeah, I don't know. On the one hand, you know, I think we're anticipating that there's not going to be as much like resistance. I mean, we're already not even anticipating. We're already seeing that resistance liberalism is like, but I also like can't, not that I watch Jimmy Kimmel, but you know, 4 more years of Trump bad monologues or like SNL. Please, God, SNL cannot, they can't do this for 4 years. They cannot. Resistance liberalism is now just ignoring what's going on around them. Yeah, or it's just blaming leftists and being like, this is your fault. This is your fault. I'm mad at you. Time to start smoking? No. See, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are resisting. We are the world. You guys want to know another crazy thing? Another shitty thing? Cecile Richards died. This was reported today. Cecile Richards died is today Monday? Yeah. Like also just as far as like a foreboding sign. Cecile Richards, who was the former Planned Parenthood president, she really, really grew Planned Parenthood and oversaw Planned Parenthood during Trump's first administration, when there were just, of course, so many attacks on Planned Parenthood. And she died at 67. She was sick. She had been diagnosed last year with glioblastoma, an aggressive form of brain cancer. She was the president of Planned Parenthood from 2006 to 2018 and oversaw the country's largest provider of reproductive health care and sex education during a period in which the org was under sharp attack by conservatives, particularly under the Republican administration of George W. Bush and President Trump's first. It is like so gross. I searched Cecile's name on Twitter, which I should not have done, because there were just so many gleeful posts from psychopathic, abortion is murder. And again, abortion is a very small percentage of what Planned Parenthood does. But abortion is healthcare, regardless. Even if Planned Parenthood did, 100% of Planned Parenthood was abortion, abortion is healthcare. And so just seeing so many posts celebrating this woman's death, and also this happening on the day of Donald Trump's inauguration, and it just is like, oy. If I have one regret from my time leading Planned Parenthood, it is that we believed that providing vital health care with public opinion on our side would be enough to overcome the political onslaught. Ms. Richards wrote in an opinion essay in the New York Times in 2022. I underestimated the callousness of the Republican Party and its willingness to trade off the rights of women for political expediency. During her 12-year term, Richards orchestrated Planned Parenthood's evolution into a potent political org and the country's largest provider of reproductive and women's sexual health care. She grew its base of supporters and volunteers from 2.5 to 11 million. From the time President Trump was first elected in 2016 until early 2018, Planned Parenthood added 700,000 new donors, a record for so short a period. Yet it was during her tenure that the organization became increasingly embattled, as her home state led the charge to defund Planned Parenthood, barring clinics from offering state-funded programs that included contraception, breast and cervical cancer screenings, and HIV prevention. Texas finally stripped the organization of its funding altogether, resulting in the closing of hundreds of clinics. She was also the daughter of beloved former Texas Governor Ann Richards. Yes, and her father was a civil rights lawyer. So she was she started in activism at a very young age. The day after Trump's inauguration in 2017, Miss Richards spoke to thousands of protesters assembled for a rally billed as a women's march on Washington. Today we're here to deliver a message. We're not going to take this lying down, and we will not go back. The next year, she announced she was leaving Planned Parenthood to focus on mobilizing women voters. In 2022, the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, ending a woman's constitutional right to an abortion. We have never stopped working together to defend the rights of women and working families, Mrs. Pelosi said in a statement. Oh, so Mrs. Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi. Politics and public service were in Cecile's DNA as the daughter of the endowed. Yeah, well, maybe Democrats, you shouldn't have only been riding on reproductive rights, which are so important, right? And for many, many working class women. They have their lives have become all that worse for losing access to very important reproductive health care. And yeah, it's just maddening. It's maddening that the Democrats were like, yeah, we can ignore working class people in every other regard. You know, they really put all of their eggs. They put all of their eggs in reproductive rights as like the one, the one focus on improving working people's conditions, and it was not enough because they wanted to win college-educated white women. That's the other thing. Like, they focused so much on reproductive rights because they were like, we just care about college-educated, moderate suburban voters. Government can't censor me. This chick just looks like a communist. Why? What is it about me? What is it about me that I look like a communist? Is it the Mao Zedong sheets that I have on my bed? You can't see them. Yeah. No, it's certainly not this chatter coming in and being like, ooh, Asian chick in a turtleneck. You know what? It is the turtleneck. It is the turtleneck. It's either I'm either like obviously a communist, or I'm a tech yuppie who's gonna be on Forbes 35 under 35, and then I will end up in federal prison because I did a scam. Because I did a big scam. Kartik, did you call you Tim Cook earlier? Yeah, I was thinking along the lines of like, what's her name? What's Elizabeth Holmes? Yes. Lizzie Holmes, a single drop of blood. Someone get me a some science equipment. Jon Stewart was funny tonight, was he? What did he say? What did Johnny Stew say? What did Johnny Stew say? Prem is always eating. Okay, Burrow Lever, thank you for the 2 months. Vela McRaspy, thank you for the tier 1 Hogan. Thank you for the gifted sub to Turtleneck. Terry Derns, thank you for the 13 months.
Are we serious?
The
This
ADL
is
to
embarrassing,
Elon.
but just for the record and just so we have it, you are not and have never been a member of the Nazi Party of the United States, have you? Come on, Tom, are you serious? Nope. Thank you. Sorry to have to even ask. And, oh yes, the Hitler dog thing. Okay, the dog thing is bullshit. Great, I thought so. Different spelling. Okay, different spelling. Yeah. Okay, and this other one that came up, just to fend this off. Have you ever read Mein Kampf? Yeah, a couple times, I guess. A couple times? Are there Easter eggs in there you didn't get the first time? Look, I'm interested in that period of history, Tom, okay? I skimmed it. Skimmed, yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is embarrassing, but just...
God, that is, it is perfect. It is fucking perfect. Yeah, I got a Kafia. Hello, Human Resources, ADL, Sig Heil, you're sweet. Yeah, I mean, it's so... The ADL's priorities are very honest too. Like when the thing about the Nazis, all right? Any interest in the Nazis? Like the billionaire Harlan Crow, who it turns out has a bunch of Nazi memorabilia. And people are like, no, he's just a collector. He's into history. No. Okay. It's one thing if to be like, no, they're into history and they collect, like, I don't know, ancient bowls, all right? Having Nazi memorabilia, that is a major red flag. And on that red flag is a swastika. I have some Nazi memorabilia my grandpa brought back from the war. Okay, so that is not the same thing. Your grandpa brought stuff back from the war. Is not you, like, seeking out online in auctions the way that Harlan Crow did, collecting Nazi memorabilia and putting it in this museum in, like, a way where you are revering it. Depends if Gramps was a German. Yeah, okay. I was trying to, like, throw that chatter a bone. If it's like, I don't know, your grandpa was a war hero, and so he brought this shit back to be like, you know, we destroyed the Nazis. I don't know, man. I don't know your family history. But I am trying to explain that from the billionaires such as Harlan Crow, who are also racist as fuck, having these these expensive collector items that are Nazi, and he's got it all over his house. Please play this clip for that chatter.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Oh, God, you remember that car?
Yes.
Oh, look at those two little rugrats.
Oh, I was so cute.
Oh, man. And
Look
at
how sweet he is.
Yeah, God, he was a sweet guy. This is great.
That's the camp.
God.
Oh, we loved it there.
It's all flooding back to me now.
Did we wear those uniforms? I don't remember those, do you?
I don't remember that, but yeah, see if there's sound. I'd like to pop some sound on. Oh, yeah. Look at this guy. Remember this guy?
I totally remember that
he was
guy.
always so jazzed up about
He was so excited,
everything.
and he would get us all excited.
Get the whole crowd jazzed up, the whole camp.
Here we go.
In your schools. That is why it is so important that we all must unify. The more we come together, the stronger we become. Now listen close, kids. These goddamn niggers and Jews are trying to take over this country, and we've got to take it back.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I just took a turn.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's us.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing that. Oh,
Sig Heil! Sig Heil!
Okay, that settles it. Let's fry this turkey.
Yes.
Oh my God. What episode is this from? Dee and Dennis are trying to decide whether or not to pull the plug on their sweet old grandpa's life support. Yeah, just an awkward gesture. Just an awkward gesture. Oh my God, I can't believe they got a bunch of kids to act like that either. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Yeah, that's a pull the plug. That's pardoned. Trump pardoned like 1,500 January 6th supporters. Including those. This is what's crazy, okay? And like just how nothing it's so hypocritical. I mean, that these are people who assaulted the police, right? Donald Trump, Mr. Law and Order, loves the police. Republican Party loves the police. MAGA, woohoo, police. Except when it's MAGA assaulting the police because they're trying to storm the Capitol. And like, there's so many can you imagine moments, right? Can you imagine with the Sig Heil if that were Rashida Tlaib? Okay, it would be so over. It would be so over. Can you imagine if somebody who's not Donald Trump, like, first of all, did an insurrection, second of all, pardoned over 1,500 of the people who participated in the insurrection, including people who assaulted police officers. No, for real, a pro-Palestinian Hitler saluting, it would be, yeah. Seriously, it is actually insane how much Donald Trump gets these people to their knees, okay? He insults Ted Cruz's wife, and Ted Cruz is like, thank you, my lord. Donald Trump supporters go in pursuit of Mike Pence to hang Mike Pence. And yet here he is.
Michelle Obama seemed to have the consistent ethical stance of saying, when they go low, I stay the home. I don't care. I am staying. Of course.
Yeah, no, see, there's no applause for Michelle Obama, who has played a part in rehabilitating George Bush's image, okay? Michelle Obama sitting next to Bush, sharing candies. Oh, he. BuzzFeed articles like, Michelle Obama and George W. Bush's friendship is our favorite. No, okay? No, there is no applauding of Michelle Obama for not going to the inauguration. In fact, that would have been like extra loser ass behavior that the wife of the ex-president, Obama, would go to the inauguration, you know? It's one thing when like the current president and the previous president and first lady went, but there would be no reason at all, especially for someone like Michelle Obama to be there. So anyway, oh my God. Jesus Christ. I just have to say too, for all the Democrats' talk of like Trump is a fascist, Trump is a dictator, Trump was the end of democracy, we had to save democracy, blah, blah, blah. Here they all are at the inauguration. Do you know that you don't legally have to go to the inauguration? Do you know that they can choose not to go to the inauguration? There are people who didn't go, right? AOC, a current member of Congress, did not go to the inauguration. They do not have to go. Do not be swayed by the, well, decorum. Well, that's how it's always done. No way, they have free will. They do. They do. But this is just another example, like when you saw Donald Trump and Obama laughing at Jimmy Carter's funeral, right? I don't give a fuck what was said, okay? When people are like, well, we don't know what the joke was. No, they're all on the same team, okay? They're all in the same group, right? Joe Biden hugging, Mitch McConnell, or saying that Mitch McConnell, Mitch McConnell finally got the fuck out of there and had nothing but nice things to say about him, right? When Henry Kissinger died, and there was just so much praise. So much praise from both sides. So it is a club that we ain't in. Very cool. I do live in a city that is still on fire. Okay, even though the media has moved on, like, just so you guys know, the fires are still burning. They are getting better. Like, the crews, the firefighting teams have been working very hard, and they have not worsened, but there is still so much damage. There are still a lot of acres that are of land that are on fire, and it's cool that we're gonna drill, baby, drill. Yeah, LA is on fire, but drill, baby, drill. I am a little scared because the winds were picking up earlier today, and we've been told to be on alert again, and we're going out of town tomorrow. I'm trying not to think about it. It's just been like nonstop bracing for more extreme winds, which brings fire risk. So, yeah, it's been really nice if Biden pardoned Stephen Donziger, who is famous for being the lawyer who fought the lawsuit against Chevron. And his case is here. I can. I wonder if this is a letter to sign. Okay, maybe not. Anyway, he has been dealing with he's been dealing with a lot of retaliation from taking on Chevron. He has been in prison for how many days now? Let's see. Okay, maximum sentence for the contempt charge with 180 days. I think he's on house arrest now. Stephen Donziger spent over 4 times that length deprived of his liberty. So he was under house arrest in New York City, then in a prison in a state of Connecticut, later in a halfway house in New York. Yeah. He was ultimately convicted of the contempt charge, was sentenced to 6 months in prison. He served 45 days, also spent time in a halfway house. But despite having served the sentence, his case still continues year after year. Anyway, surprisingly, he did pardon Leonard Peltier today after almost 50 years in prison. I did see that. Not sure if this link matters anymore, but here, I think it still matters. Yeah, he's like a rare ethical lawyer, like he's a human rights lawyer. He's one of the good ones, okay? And he took on big oil. He took on Chevron, and he has paid the price many, many, many times over. Unlike Lolo. No, I love Lolo. Lolo really is the one person who needed TikTok to go down. It's like, Lolo, we gotta get you off social media. But Anyway, yeah, Biden decided to not pardon Steve when he was on his way out, and just another like raising your fist in anger at Joe Biden.
Food is for my family. The rest of you can do just like a kind of Jack and Rose.
I remember when he said he was off social media at the New Year. Lolo is the king of texting me and being like, oh, people are mad at me for this. I'm like, just don't respond. Just stay offline. Okay. Just take a break. Don't say anything. And then next thing I know, I'll go online and I'll see tweets from him and I'll text him and be like, what happened to staying offline? What happened to laying low, dude? A friend of mine texted earlier in our group chat, and she sent screenshots from her friend who lives in DC. He's gay and he was on the dating apps, and he started talking to this gay guy who he then found out was in town for the inauguration. Gays for Trump. It's giving this. Hold on. It's giving this. LGBT for Trump. Classic Grinder. Yeah. Classic, either at the RNC or Trump's inauguration, jumping on Grinder. But anyway, this guy, this gay for Trump, was said something about returning for special events, because the one guy was like, okay, I'm not interested. Like, I'm not a gay for Trump. Not interested in going out with a gay for Trump. And he was like, yeah, don't worry, we'll be back for special events. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? You're not going to do another insurrection. Your guy is in the house. Like, you guys you got it. It's yours again. And then he also said, like, for at least 12 years. I'm like, oh my God, this gay for Trump is like, Donald Trump is going to be president for the next 12 years. Okay. Donald Trump is not going to be alive in 12 years. That man like only drinks soda and only eats McDonald's. And I have to hope that we are not going to see yet another piece of shit demon make it to like 100 or almost 100. But it's Diet Coke.
Donald Trump hasn't even been president for one whole day, but already...
Bro, but anyway, that aside, there are, just as a reminder that there are Trump supporters who do believe that Trump is going to be in office for longer than 4 years. You guys see the fucking FBI's post. FBI MLK Jr. post. Wait here. Okay, hold on. Is this, I mean, they do it like every year. They do it every year, but let me just find the one from the Fed post. Here we go. Today, the FBI honors the life and work of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We reaffirm our commitment to Dr. King's legacy of fairness and equal justice for all. And they got fucking community noted. Man, it's times like these you really miss Jabuki. They got community noted. It should be noted that the FBI does not honor the life or work of MLK. See, this is when I love community notes. As they conducted a surveillance/harassment campaign on King, partly due to the fact that the director of the FBI at the time, Hoover, was a racist. They also tried to blackmail him into suicide. You know what? Just in honor of MLK Jr. Day, I gotta pull up the Jabuki tweet. I gotta pull it up because it is a classic. So remember when we used to have fun on Twitter? Remember that? And you could change your name. And this is back when like verification meant something. And you could change your Twitter account name. So Jabuki changed his name here to FBI. And he had the verification check mark. Just because we killed MLK doesn't mean we can't miss him. And it got him banned, but we forever salute. We forever salute one of the greatest moments on this platform. He responded to the tweet. Wait, let me see. Community note this year, that's progress. Oh my fucking God. So he ended up coming back. But he was banned for he was gone for a while. Community note this year, that's progress. Holy fuck. Ay, ay, ay. Yay, 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 yay. Everybody. Is Josh the new correspondent? I don't know. I don't watch enough Jon Stewart these days to know. Okay. So I am not going to do quick gaming because I don't want to I want to get everything ready to go. I want to get things ready to go. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No quick gaming. No quick gaming. I got to get ready for Japan. I do. And I just, I want to let you guys know that I love y'all. I love this community. As I said, the world will not end tomorrow. I know it feels like it, and I know it is fucking awful. It is. And yet I say to you that we will make it through day by day, and I want to commit to this next Trump presidency that I am not going to be just covering every horrible thing that Trump says and does, and I just don't think that is I don't think that that's what we need. So it's going to be me. It's going to be me being a safe harbor here, right? Being an escape here, but also like taking action in a way that feels meaningful. You know, I don't think just sitting at the desktop for the next 4 years and nonstop covering Trump is something that I want to do, nor do I think that is like the best use of my time. But I want to remind you all that community is a way for, you know, focusing on your community, your local community, your community in here, you know, all the communities you're a part of. And that is where you can affect real change. And it is really difficult when you are looking on a national scale, when you've got all of these important big hopes and dreams about national politics. It can feel, you know, about changing the world. You can get burnt out. You can feel really, really cynical, and you can get nihilistic. So it's easier to focus small, you know, think small, and understand it is about the long fight. Okay. It is not something, progress does not happen overnight. And a lot of times we go forward and then we go backwards, but then we'll go forward again. Think small. Think like Trump's dick line. I just want Trump and dick out of my mind. Zio, thank you for the 24 months. Shook, thank you for the 17 months. Fueled by T, thank you for the 5 months. Anywho, alrighty. Let's see who's who's here. Okay. Alrighty. I just rated Cinemarxism the other day. Who haven't I don't think I've rated Carter in a minute. I'll send you guys over there. All right, you guys. So I will see you next time in Japan. We'll see you next in Japan. I do not know what the schedule will be, so please make sure you join the Discord. That is where I will be providing updates. And join the Discord anyway, okay? It's great people. It's great people in the Discord. It's fun people in the Discord. And so you don't have to miss out on stuff. But yes, thank you for the well wishes, for the safe travel wishes. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side of the world, everybody. Peace out.